But yeah, just switching gears now. If I quickly go back to like the story of the guy like stalking you that one time, like how did that change you as a person, isn't it? Like from that moment, because I'm sure that must have, because that was kind of your first experience of something like that happening to you. So like, how did that change you as a person, and kind of how you maybe like view men and like guys?
It made me very paranoid, if I'm completely honest. Like, because that was in broad daylight as well. It wasn't even dark. So I was thinking, like, you're really following me in daylight. That's scary. So like going home and stuff, like the amount of money wasted on cabs, because once that sun's down, I am not walking anywhere by myself. I am not getting the bus. No, I'm getting in a cab, because that's when I feel safe. And even when I'm in a cab, there's still that chance. Oh my God, this could be a cab driver who doesn't have any morals. He could pull up in a corner. What if I fall asleep? Do you know what I mean? There's always that kind of constant worry there. I wouldn't say like it affected me to the point where I'm super paranoid, but I'm definitely 10 times more wary. I'm just lucky because of where I live. It's a very busy area, and I always feel like I can defend myself. I can't lie. I feel like, I mean, I've never been in a fight, but I've always felt like if a man was to approach me or something, like, I'm a true crime fanatic. I'm always watching true crime, and the amount of self-defense things I've seen and whatever, I feel like I can definitely defend myself. But that time when I was a child, I know that I was always like looking out for people from that point. I was always like cautious of who was around me, especially when it was dark. And I remember that even happened at my primary school as well. There was a boy, I remember I was walking home, and my sister, he was friends with my sister. He was in my sister's year. My sister was 2 years above me. And my sister saw him running, and she said hi, and like he didn't really say hi back, he just kept running. And I'm thinking, what's going on there? And then the next day we got a letter from the school basically saying someone tried to kidnap him. So when we saw him, he was running away from the guy, but someone literally tried to grab him and take him. And from that point, that's when my parents were always picking me up from school. Like, you know, when you're getting a bit older in primary school, they kind of start letting you drift off, make your own way from home. I was not making my own way home, literally. So yeah, it is scary, especially it's scary for boys, because that was a boy who almost got kidnapped. When you're young and vulnerable, they don't care about your gender. Like, you're vulnerable, it's easy to take you. When you're older, it's more just about being a woman and just having creepy guys around all the time. You don't ever really feel safe as a woman. That's my experience anyway. So yeah, I need to get my driver's license, because this cab money is ridiculous.
Yeah. That's why I really respect those guys protecting like school children, like after school and before school. They're kind of just doing these patrols just to make sure, you know, they're safe. Make sure there's no just weird people around, potential kidnappers, because I know there was a whole load of like kids being kidnapped, especially in like the North London area, like maybe a month or so ago.
Yeah, the van, I saw the
van. Yeah. So definitely big up to them. I can't remember their name right now, but if it comes up, I'll put their name on the screen and even a picture, so like people know who I'm talking about. But yeah, hopefully they kind of continue doing what they're doing. And yeah, it's definitely it's great for the community as well, because like if people see that, they'll be like, okay, cool, I might even join, I might even just do my bit as well. Like, because I think like how we work is that if we see somebody else doing it, we might even just go ahead and do it as well, innit? Just to know that other people are doing it. So yeah, definitely shout out to them. But as far as like maybe like relationships and stuff, like, do you think did you ever feel like a type of way, like maybe like if a guy was to approach you, or like, and if a guy was to approach you, like what would you say would be like the best kind of way to do it, to approach you without it kind of being like weird or anything?
I think like, this is this is my opinion personally, and I'm being completely honest. I feel like it is very subject to what the person looks like. Not every girl wants to admit it, but I'll admit it. It's what they look like. I saw this one post, and it was like some like big like really big guy and he wasn't that attractive, or not considered to be attractive. And under it said, hey babe or something, but then it said predator, and then it showed a man with like packs and like just the typical attractive male, and then it said the same quote, hey babe, here you can have my number or something. Do you know what I mean? It's like when you're not attracted to the guy, suddenly they're a predator, but when they are attractive, it's okay. Do you know what I mean? For me personally, I've never really been in a situation where I feel like I've been like preyed. Actually, that's a lie. So if a guy just approaches me just to say hi or whatever, most of the time they're very respectful. If I say like I don't want to speak to them, whatever, they'll just be like, oh, okay, cool, have a nice day. I've never really had a guy do a madness, but it's only carnival I've noticed behaviour goes out the window, completely out the window. That's the only time I can say it was actually like sexual harassment for real, because I was walking and I was wearing a skirt and it was like maybe just above my knees, and this guy literally, like, he was walking past me, and as he walked past me he literally pulled my skirt up and kept walking, and I was like, what the hell? And the thing is, I looked older for my age at the time, but I was 15 when that happened. I was 15 years old when that happened. And I was just thinking to myself, like, I can't believe people think that's okay to do that to a woman when she's just walking. Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that's shocking still. But carnival is mad already, because you got people from all over. It's hot, it's music, drinking, there's all of this like energy going around. So like people are just gonna move so crazy. Like it's just mad, and they just end up doing something so stupid. But it's just, there's really no justification for it. Even with all that being said, it's like you've got to know to keep your hands to yourself. Ultimately, there's no permission. Like
for me, as long as a guy doesn't touch me, then I'm okay. Like I've had times where I've rejected a guy and they've been like, oh, you're not even pretty anyway, or whatever. And I'm just like, that's just them not being able to take rejection. You know, it is what it is. That's not really affected me. But yeah, in terms of like just guys in general, I think in the UK guys don't have like sauce. They don't have sauce. Like even when I was on my way here, a boy came up to me, he just went, let me get your snap. Right. I'm like, you didn't say hi, nothing, let me get your snap. Like for me, it's more like, if a guy comes in a respectful manner, hi, you alright, like, you know, a little bit of sauce in there or something, then cool. But majority of the time I feel like it's the way that we're approached, and I'm never really approached in a, you know, nice way. Like last week I had 3 different names. My name was Brownin, Tickazz, and what was the last one? Basically my main names last week were Brownin and Tickazz. And
wait,
I was
so
like,
was this a cat call, or did they actually stop you first and then?
So it's a matter of, I'm just walking,
okay,
you're right, Tickazz, like if I stopped to entertain a conversation, it would have turned into a conversation. But when it's something like that, I just keep my headphones and then keep walking, because I'm like, that's actually disrespectful. You don't know what kind of person I am. That could actually really embarrass me, like to have you shout me out from across the road, everyone look at me like, I don't like that, like, you know what I mean? So there's me. I was thinking like, oh, I'm not usually affected by it. I'm not affected by it. I do kind of brush it off, but it is just a bit annoying, if anything. Yeah, it's more annoying. So,
I think that type of approach has become like normalized almost, like just to ask to go for the snap, and it's like, there's not enough like maybe like effort involved anymore, isn't it? So they kind of just go straight to that. And then the catcalling thing was just always just weird to me. Like I just like if you thought she was pretty or whatever, like why don't you just approach them if you can? Like why are you just shouting from across the room? Like it makes no sense. And doing so, like your reaction, you just kept your earphones in and kept walking, innit? So you know, there's your answer right there, not to do it. Yeah, I feel like every guy needs to know that's not gonna work. It's never going to work. Not with me anyway. Any female it works on, then I don't know what's going on there, but I know what's going on there. But 100%. It definitely is very dependent on, you know, how the person's looking as well. Because obviously, if you're not physically attracted to like whoever's approaching you, there's this obviously a slimmer chance of a success rate for them. That's just normal, isn't it? That's just, you know, it's normal. But like, what would you say your thoughts are on the like the current like maybe the dating scene in the UK in at the moment, like from what you've seen online or just maybe through your friends or like whoever, or maybe if you're in a relationship right now or whatever, like kind of like what would you say the current state of it is, and if there's any toxicity involved, or because I see a lot of things about like in the black communities that you have talking stages and they last months and years. We have other communities, they might just get into a relationship after a day or a week or whatever. So it's like where do you think the current state is today, especially with like the involvement of social media?
I feel like the dating scene here is ridiculous. Honestly, I think it's crazy. And the thing for me is I was never really in the dating scene like that because I was in a relationship when I was in school. Yeah. So I was in a relationship from when I was like 15 to when I was around 19, 20. Obviously, I'm 22, so I've been single for around 2 years. And it's like, because I've been in a relationship like all those kind of prime years where I've been going out and like meeting boys and whatever, I feel like I was very like, oblivious to the dating scene once I reached 20. Like I just went into it and I was like, wait, is this what people are like? Because I feel like I'm quite old fashioned, I like to go on a date, I like to, do
get
nice
picked up
things,
from home
get to know them, whatever. And now it's just, can you come chill at mine? Like, and I'm like, no. Like literally the amount of time that I feel like I've been asked more times to come to someone's house than I have to go on a date. And it's always a no. Like even if you ask me first to come to your house and then I say no and then you say actually okay, let's go on a date, then I'm still gonna look at you sideways and I'm thinking, but why was that your initial why didn't you just say that from the jump? But I think like it is very toxic. Social media definitely has a lot to play because people just follow everything that people do on social media. It's all about like, it's never really about like actual love. I feel like relationships now aren't about love. It's about what they can buy you, their financial status, if a man drives, if the girl's got a bunda, it's all silly stuff. It's never like things long term that people are looking for. So that's why a lot of the time, like, I feel like I'm a granny. I feel like sometimes when I
mentally, because like nobody else is thinking like you're thinking.
No, literally. And I just feel like sometimes I'm made to feel like I'm expecting too much for wanting to go on a date. Like, I feel like you're expecting too much to think I don't drive, I won't jump on the train and come all the way to you to meet for the first time in your house. Like, you could be anyone. I'm not gonna come to your house. So I think people just have like certain expectations now that weren't around before. And I feel like this generation is trying to slowly make me not believe in love. But I think there's good men out there. It's just who you're surrounding yourself with and stuff, innit? Literally, that's what it comes down to. So
no, I feel like you're just mature. Like just a lot of immature like people around nowadays, and you're true. What you're saying is right still, in terms of like people aren't really looking for love in relationships, because it's like, or even if they are looking for relationships, and they don't really follow the fundamentals of it. So it's like a true relationship is like kind of working together through maybe the hardships that might come with it. Because like not every day is everything gonna be pretty. Like you're gonna have some dark times. So it's kind of just working through that, and a lot of people aren't working through that. There's one hiccup and it's over, innit? Whether it could be cheating or whatever the case may be, innit? So I feel like if that's not reinstated, then we're always gonna go down the same hole of caring about these miscellaneous things. You get me? Like whether it's, as you said, like a Birkin bag or money, like financial stability, and these things. Because years ago, generations ago, it was never about it. It was just all about kind of just coming together and then building a family and working towards our goals together. But now it's just this quick, instant gratification type of thing, innit? And I definitely feel like social media's fueled it, like a lot of it now. especially with like Instagram, for example. You're seeing all these women on your explore page, and you have so many options now.
Yeah, like people
and
are
it's
breaking
like,
up for their man liking someone's picture.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
people are breaking up for that. I saw I was watching a documentary yesterday about a lady who was murdered by her husband because she changed her relationship status on Facebook from married to single. They had an argument, she got annoyed, changed it to single, and he murdered her for that. And I'm just like, it's crazy, like these things that are happening on social media. Like,
Christ,
but
man.
I think like it's so true that comparison is the thief of joy. Like I feel like so many people are comparing themselves to what they're seeing online that they're not happy anymore.
Yeah.
Whether that's just relationships, whether that's them physically, financially, like there's so many things online that people see that just makes them feel like their life isn't that great. But no one's showing you the negative side to their life on social media. Even sometimes I see these couples, I'm like, oh, I wish that was me, like da, da, da. But at the same time I'm like, it's not all roses and daisies, do you know what I mean? Even back when I was in my relationship, people used to message me, you guys are so cute, da, 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 da. People don't know about that mad argument we had yesterday, do you know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
so it's one of them ones, it's about just being happy within yourself, but it's easier said than done, isn't it? So.
Yeah, because more time is not, sunshine and roses and all of that. But yeah, no, it's so true. Like on social media, it's like I feel like people, they feel so belittled from what they see, because it's like you're just on Twitter one day and then you see like a tweet that a girl makes and she's like, oh rah, like, I don't want a guy that's this and that. And then as a guy, you might see that and be like, rah, you kind of might be kind of knocked by it. Or even as a woman, you might see a guy tweet that, maybe he might like light-skinned women. And then as a dark-skinned woman, you might see that and be like, rah. Or you might just go on Instagram and then you see the lighter-skinned woman just getting more attention, for example. And then there's just so many there's so many criterias that that you might not even fall under, and then it might just make you feel lesser in a way. So I think it's just all about, ultimately it's just all about loving yourself, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then, but obviously a lot of people just influenced about kind of what they see on social media, and that's the issue.
Yeah, no, it's proper sad, like, especially when I see young girls, like, looking at their bodies, like, wanting to change this and that about themselves.
Yeah.
So many people are getting surgery is just normal now, and it's just like, a part of me feels like social media is so good, because there's just so many things you can